G'day everyone and welcome to another Wild Eye movie review. Wild Eye created by Jason from Horrific Nightmare and Joe the Horrorman. My review for this Wednesday is Greenwood, in which is an old anthology movie. Three tales told by three cantors at a summer camp, the final day. Directed by Ryan Byrne and Daniel O'Brien. Writer Ryan Byrne and Hannah Craig and Daniel O'Brien. When it has a runtime of 85 minutes. Mentioned there are three stories, which it starts, the intro starts, at the final day of summer camp, and everyone is during the last day. Stacy, who is one of the campers, find a washed up book, and one of the cantors, I think it was Michael, sees the book and he could take a look at it. And he's with Levi's Journey at the time as well. They're both shocked at what they see in the book and they refuse to give it back to her. And they get, a couple other guys, Frank and Natalie, to join them. Run the fire. And they will take turns reading a different story. The intro, from 2-minute mark to 8-minute mark. And, the actors are Ryan Hartley, Charlene Spillway, Sarah McBain, Stephen Six, and Emily Byrne. And Michael is the first to tell the first story. First story is The Clown, which has actors of Kendra Catcher as Riley, Rob Craig John, Amanda Bennett, Glory, Margaret A. Dodson as Freak Show, the killer, the villain of that story, and R.J. Renner, Officer Bradley. Basically, keep it simple. Babysitter Riley goes to a newly moved in home, owned by John and Robbie. They're there to babysit the daughter and son. The girl has this freaky looking doll, which is called Freak Show. Freak Show turned up and he starts to kill whoever's in the house. They killed Roy's boyfriend and John. And with touching the fine Roy. Cops show up, find no trace of Roy. No sign of Freak Show. Got to find bodies, of course, John and Roy's boyfriend. And they, get, Glory and the kid from the car and drive off. With Rory chasing after him, shouting out something to him. Okay, this has quite twist at the end. I don't want to say too much. What involved who the killer is and who Officer Bradley is. Um, good kills. What we've seen, and what Barry's seen. I like the story of this one. I found it quite interesting. For Fright Night 3, the pacing was quite good. The acting was solid. Yeah, weakest part probably was the actual script. I gave this story a 7 out of 10. On to the next story. It is read by Jody. It's called The Gypsy's Curse. It starts off with Lindsay and her boyfriend Kyle. They had also some friend guy she likes. I think also the characters are played by Cindy Nolan, Jeff Byrne and Arthur Gold and Olga. Yeah, like I mentioned at the fair, and they've done everything. Of course, Lindsay sees this fortune teller tent, and she wants him to go in to get her fortune told. And probably the worst thing she could possibly do. Her fortune is told, but more or less everyone around her will not like her, what happens to her. And, the Lindsay, somehow get these sores all over her. And she's trying to find the old gypsy who put it on her. Who's someone is funny involved in real estate. And she tried to take it off, and some other guy who works for Olga gets it. That's basically it for that story. Pretty plain. The story was just not interesting at all. The characters were not that interesting. Nothing very happens in this. Nothing really happened at all. Kind of one of these silly type of movies. This story, 20 minutes, could have a premise, but it was just boring. Flat script, not interesting character. For no one really good to what I did. Boring dialogue. There was just nothing really interesting I can say about it during this 20-minute runtime of the story. 5 out of 10. One that I find is probably the most interesting one. This funny story is written by Frank. It's called Silent Call, which has a runtime of 23 minutes. These characters and cast are Stephanie, Craig, Sam, Gary, Buffett, Jason, Tyre, Pitt in Go, Austin. They didn't get their names. They were called the Hills for some reason. Carly Orstig as Singard, Amanda Lambert, Hordall, Kristen Armstrong, Ursel, Jessica Marie Kleitler. Okay, these three American shop in the Netherlands, and they booking at the end run by the guy by the name of Sigurd, who also runs this pub. And they they're bored, they want something to do, so they go to the pub, you know. Sing, you know, they meet the Hills, who more tell them that the stories that she go, they told them things about Vikings and these these women that live in the woods called the Ori or Sirens, and want them not to go in the wood at night time. More we get the night, or we get, you know, they said, I'm not sure, they said to go in the woods in daytime or not to go in the woods at night time. But they wanted to go into the woods to check out the story, you know, by secret, you know. They walk into the woman by the name of Hodor, and she's, you know, running from something. She's wanting about those selling those Rui, or how you pronounce it. Now they have to kill anyone who basically leads the troll. You know, they all get, you know, picking up one by one. You know, one of them come across the, you know, one of the Christian Ursula, you know, the first one they come across. Yeah, and it's funny, it's quite strange really. That was Sam that follows her stupidly, and also the, you know, drums are pretty weird. That other guy, you know, Austin, you know, he's basically he bled from this noise. He dropped dead in the water. Jason, he's, you know, he's left with Hodor, and somehow he got to with all these Deliriga. She tricks him. She turned out to be one of them. And the big twist comes when Shiguro turns up. And he says to him, enjoy your feast. What can I say about this? Interesting story. I like the concept about sirens, you know, to kill anyone who goes into the woods. I thought it interesting story, well written. Didn't mind it at all. I gave this one a 7 out of 10. So wherever I rewatch this, not too bad. Mind looking for this one if I can ever find it. Recommend it? Yeah, I recommend it. I guess a lot of the audience who watch the Wild On movies. Quite a fun movie I find. Now to my score. I gave the first one, The Clown, a 7 out of 10. The Wicked one, The Gypsy Curse, a 5 out of 10. And The Silent Call, a 7 out of 10. The outro is actually quite interesting. I reckon this is a very thought out idea. Young girl Stacy, you know, shows up and she starts killing them one by one because they took the book from her. And she's not the same the girl I met earlier. She's talking in like a demon-like voice. And the movie, you know, ends with family, father and mother go to town to get their children, and the story ends. So the outro, probably 7. So Alright, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. For a very thought out, I actually quite enjoyed this one. Besides doing live review on Internet Database. And this is based on another movie. But at night, same odd, same stories. It's the Book of Nightmares. Not sure what that one's like. The general one I've seen, so a 7 out of 10. Well, that's it everyone for another Wild Eye movie review. Hope you all like this review. I'll be back next Wednesday with another Wild Eye movie review. Okay everyone, that's it for now. I wish everyone to take care, keep safe. And if you're new to my channel, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.